Welcome to my channel. I'm your girl Amber. I am very excited to dive into today's makeup look, and I did a whole tutorial with you. I really kind of broke it down on the essential makeup items that you really do need for your makeup bag. These are high-end products, you guys, and honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I would buy these over and over again, and many of them I've bought multiple and again. So I feel like when I learn about a great new product, I want to tell you about a great new product. So, and my goal is to always inspire you around beauty. So I hope that you are watching this and that you feel very, very inspired to go like, oh my gosh, I feel good about my purchase or what I'm going to be finding in the store or whatever. So yes, we're going to do our face together. We're going to create this. Yeah, thank you for being here. And new hair, I just got it colored yesterday. Actually, it's a fresh color and I love it. So I'm very happy with the lightness that is pulling, and yeah, anyways, it's real fun. Here we go. Let's dive into today's look. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you're brand new. It means a lot. And if you're back, you know what's up, beauty. Get your bag. Let's get ready together. The first thing is primer. This is my favorite primer out of all the primers that I've used, and there have been many that I've just been like, it's just not doing it for me. But I swear to y'all, the Fenty Beauty primer feels so amazing, and I have more normal to drier skin, so it works really well for me. And I use, this is a soft silk. I have done the matte one from them as well, and it's good, but I like that more for summer because I need more of a matte finish, control more of like shininess or oiliness. That's not really the dewy glowy what I'm trying to do. Like, it's really, you know, oil coming from the skin. So I do like the matte for that. So if you are more oily, try that one out. But the soft silk is so nice. It just feels really, really hydrating, but it also makes everything very smooth. And I've noticed I'm 37, I think. Every time I get asked my age, I'm like, am I 37? I think I am. But I have like a little bit more of the pores right through here. And that just develops over time with your age for sure. But it really smooths everything out. So we're going to go ahead and take this primer. I'm very careful to not put it on my eyebrows because I still have to do brow product. But I like to a lot of times put it on, I think I just spit. I like to a lot of times put it on first and then just let it absorb and soak in. And it really shields and protects my skin from everything that I'm putting on my face. I feel very protected. I feel like everything's locked in. It's great. And it just feels nice. And it is considered, I mean, I'm talking about products that I'm paying more than like $20, $25 for. So this is a luxury buy is what I consider a luxury buy, because you can find other primers that are less than, and then maybe they're hitting it for you or whatever. But I just feel like this is worth every penny. I've gone back and back and back, and I've definitely reinvested into this primer. It's always been one, like, I'll have other primers in my makeup bag, but I always end up tending to grab this one first. So definitely for your makeup bag, for the essential products that you'll want, this is definitely a buy that I would consider checking out. And you can get a mini. You can definitely get a mini. And I did that at first to see if I loved it. And then I went back and obviously loved it. So now that this is on, the next thing that is a no-brainer is doing the brows first. I believe truly that shapes everything for your face. It gets you prepared and ready. So it just allows you to get the structure. You kind of feel together, especially if you have very sparse brows, fuller brows. Just tame them. So you can take a comb through it very easily and just comb through your brow. Nice. You know, it doesn't take much, just a good comb through. I also love using a washcloth, and either that or a cotton ball, whatever I have handy. But I take it and I go through my brows, and I already did that, or I would do it again. But I go through my brows and I make sure any cream or moisturizer or serums are not stuck in the brow hair, especially underneath the brows, like that skin. And the next thing that I do is I go in with my Urban Decay. I feel like this is honestly a no-brainer. This is something that I've gone back and back and back, and I've ordered and purchased over and over. The first time I got this though, I ordered it off of Amazon, because it was just easy and quick. I didn't have to think about going to the store. I just ordered it offline, and I got the color in Dark Drapes. And it works really well for my brow color. I have a lot of darker roots. Obviously, my natural hair pulls a lot of red, but I need something that's deep. You know, I don't have blonde and things in my hair, obviously, or I could go one shade lighter. But so if you do have a lot of highlights, but still darker hair, I would maybe go a shade lighter than I'm using. But Dark Drapes is beautiful, and I feel like you can make, you know, a color close to this work if your skin tone is a little bit different from mine. But yeah, Urban Decay, awesome. And it's a 2-in-1, so it has the blade on one side, and then it actually has a brow pencil on the other. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I love a good 2-in-1 action. And I will be honest with you, I really tend to only use the blade. But recently, I'm like, I don't want to waste it. So I have so many of these in my makeup case that I'm like, I don't want to throw them away because the brow product is still great. And so I kind of go back and use it for different things with my makeup. But I just want to show you the before and after of using this. So you can see my brows have been shaped just naturally through microblading and having them like tattooed on. But I do like to perfect them. So this is the before. And then we're going to show you what they look like after. I like getting a mirror close up so I can see what I'm up to. I mean, that's nice. And I always start from the inside first and just do little sweeps up. And then I do that throughout the brow just to create like a natural brow hair flow. Yeah, anyways, so I'll show you this in a second. Now the brows are on, and you can definitely tell they're more defined. You know, they're a little bit deeper in color as well, but I like it that way, especially with putting your face on, you know, even if it's a light face or full face, you know, just get your brows together. But you can see in person, like, they're just nice and just cleaned up. And then I take the brow liner underneath and I just kind of like give a clean line underneath, and that's it. But I'm obsessed with that. I really feel strongly about when you do get that you'll be very happy with it, because sometimes you just really want a nice natural brow and it gives you that, or you can really shape it and make it a little bit more like dramatic or a heavier brow or whatever, more defined. And it can do that for you as well. That one's definitely a good purchase. You'll be happy with putting your money there for sure. Okay, I was addicted to always putting concealer on my eyelids. Well, I believe truly that this is very, very essential for your makeup bag. And when I got my hands on this, I was so happy because I didn't always want to do concealer on my lids anymore. I was kind of over it. Honestly, it was kind of like a technique that I had been doing for a while, and obviously in the makeup industry, it's very well known to do that as well. It just allows your shadow to have something to stick to, right? To really pull out a little bit more pigment and pop into your shadow. And to also change the discoloration from your eyelids. Like, you might pull a lot of like veiny and blue, and you can see like I have a lot of veins in my lids, and so just helping like brighten up the lid so your shadow can really like play its best, you know? So I picked up 2 of these, and I've been using them for over a year now. And I grab these every single time I do my makeup. Every time I do my makeup. And I'm like, you have to have these as well. So they are from the MAC brand. And they are called Paint Pots. Okay? So it's a paint pot. And it's pro long wear. And it just really does what it say it's going to do. So it gives a little color to the lid. They come in so many different colors. But I picked up a lighter pink. Okay, so this one here, and I also picked up one that's more of like a creamy tone, a little yellow base, a little creamy tone. So depending on what I'm really in the mood for, to be honest, I don't really have like a purpose sometimes behind it. I just grab whichever one I want. And sometimes I use these throughout my makeup, like to cover up a little bit of darkness or things, like maybe a little dark spot or something. It really helps with that, or the pink under the eyes to like brighten up. I really am very creative with my shadow. What was that? Oh, something's in my flowers. I was like, what is that? And just be creative with your makeup, you know? I think that's the beautiful thing about makeup, is that it is an art so have fun with it. So I tend to just dip my finger in this and wipe it on my lid. So I don't really have a method that is always my go-to because my nails are always different lengths. Right now they're a little bit longer, you can tell, so it's hard like if I were to scoop, but I try my best. So we're gonna do that today. I'm just gonna scoop. You can see my nails like right outside of that, and you can see the product is right on my fingertip. So I literally just take this and I just pat it and get it all over my lid. And then I do something else underneath my brow. But this one for sure is the next product that I go for when I'm doing my makeup. And you can already see the coloring of this is beautiful. I mean, it definitely has the full coverage for your lid. So anything that you're trying to cover up on your lid, it's going to do just that. I also love using my finger because it allows it to look more natural. Sometimes when you use a brush, depending on which one it is, it can leave brush strokes. And so even if you do apply it with a brush, you can go back over it with your finger or a blender and just soften it up, and that'll be really nice. So look at the difference though from this eyelid. You can see from this eyelid, like, wow, right? Crazy, crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other. I mean, this is honestly a for sure essential. Like, y'all, I tell you about these things because if I put my money into something, now granted, I've only bought 2 of these. It's not like I've gone back for 3 or 4. But I feel like it's something that I grab all the time, and that's really what I'm talking about with you, is like, these are things that I grab. I feel like they're non-negotiable, and I feel like they're worth whatever the price tag is. Now, let's not get crazy. If they were way too expensive, I'd be like, well, there's probably something else that works great. But they're very much like reasonable, and I was able to pick up this in Ulta as well. So all these that I'm talking about, I've actually been able to get in Ulta. So if you have an Ulta near you, that's nice. Just go in there and grab that. And we have this all over. So that looks really nice. I like that. So that is my next essential. I'm going to go ahead and put on the things that I need for the rest of my brow. I'm going to do some concealer under the lids just to kind of perfect that a little bit more, because I have a little bit of discoloration under the lid from plucking and tweezing. That's what any of the darkness is on that area or around my hairline, which is very annoying. But ever since I was younger, I have always been tweezing my baby hairs, and I'm not stopping. So it's just what I do, guys. I don't, like, you know, condone you doing it. I don't think it's smart for you to do it. I just think it was best for me and what I wanted. So, all right, but we're gonna go ahead and finish up getting that on. Okay, let's cover. Now my foundation is on. I have fallen in love with House Labs. In love, 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 you guys. The color that I have on is, I swear I told y'all, I'm gonna memorize this shade. It's 200 Light Medium Neutral. It's everything. Can you see? It's so infused with skincare. It feels so amazing. I'm obsessed. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about, though, an essential that you have to have for your makeup case, is a concealer that actually matches your skin tone, because we all have these problem areas that we just want to even our complexion out. And it could be, I'm not wearing foundation today, and that's your mood, and you're like, but I need a little coverage. You know what I mean? Like, maybe a little breakout came out, like I had one right here. It was so annoying, and it's like flat, there's nothing there. I treated it, it's cool, but it's just a little still red. How do you get rid of that, you know? Covering up a scar, anything like that. It could just be you feel flushed. Get a concealer that matches your complexion. So I am actually obsessed with this one too. This is from House Labs. This concealer here, I'm not sure if it's focused in for you, but the bottle and the packaging is everything. It's so elevated. It's glass. I think that's really nice. I haven't dropped it. Don't drop it. I don't know if it's gonna stay together. But be careful. But this one matches my complexion, and I'll just tell you what I do with mine. Even if I'm not putting foundation on at all, I will treat areas around my face and just like give a little bit of like more even complexion. So I just take it right here. Some I take a little bit like right in this area where I would add a little bit more foundation. But now that you can have a concealer that actually matches your complexion, just add a little bit more concealer. in those areas. And I have a little bit of like breakouts that happen right through here, like menstrual cycle time, which is obnoxious. So sometimes like a little bit of redness pulls through that. So just adding that there for me. And then I just go back through and I just blot with a blender. Just blot. And while I'm talking about the blender and this concealer, and that concealer color that I have on is 24 light medium neutral, and it matches my skin tone like perfect. I did a little testing in the shop, in the store, getting that, and that is Sephora. And this is, again, this is a luxury type brand. It's a little bit more pricey than you can find like drugstore, but it's so worth it. It really is. But while we're talking about it, and I'm using this blender is a non-negotiable. It is a true non-negotiable. I've been a blender user for many years, but more recently the Beauty Blender brand, like that brand. So it's funny because I went with my sister not long ago. I don't know when it was. It's really irrelevant of when it was, but it was a blender, and it's a $20 blender, y'all. Yes, these are 20 bucks. So for me, I was like, I gotta test it. I gotta try it. So that's kind of how it was the first go. It is a different experience than any blender I've ever put on my face. They do dry down. Of course, you have to wet them. These have all just recently been washed. So washed, they are a little damp, and that's how they're supposed to be, so they don't absorb so much product. And they really allow everything to look very airbrushed. So that's a beautiful thing I love. But they're $20. So it's like, can I find another blender for like $5 or $6? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the big deal? What's the difference? There's a difference. There's a difference. So I would just find a really amazing blender. I highly recommend this brand. You're not going to be disappointed at all. You're going to be like, it was worth it. So skip a couple Starbucks trips, like 2, and then you can have a blender. And you'll really be happy with it. So my preference has been a black one for foundation, contouring, things like that that are more of like a darker color for your makeup. And then I have 2 lighter ones. This one's more for like concealer, so you can even see it. Everything washes out really well. This was like a lighter beige. So was this one. They look a little different though. So this one's, I guess, was lighter. I don't know, cream. And then this beiger one, I use that for my cheek color and blush, like creams or whatever, to blend that out. So I have 3 for that reason, because if I just used one, it would just be a hot mess trying to do my makeup with that and figuring it out. So I definitely have 3, and I love that. And I've had them for quite some time. I'm probably going to replace the black one soon because it has some cracks in it. Like, you can see a couple like little cracks in there. It's hard to see if that doesn't, I don't know, is that going to focus for you? I'm not really sure what it's focused. There it goes. So I have like a couple cracks in there, but I wash my things with, from It Cosmetics, the brush bath. I use the spray, I use the soap, and it cleans my stuff like extremely well, like insanely well. It's crazy. It's like magic. So anyways, that is definitely an essential for your makeup case that I feel like is a non-negotiable for sure. So now I'm going to do some shadow on my eyes and just get a little bit there, and then we're going to build some color up on my face. But I definitely want to add a little bit of color to the eyes, probably more like a cream, nothing too crazy today. And then we're going to do some contouring and do some concealing and some lips and stuff as well. Okay, so we have a little bit of shadow on, nothing much, just a cream shadow, and did a little tight lining under the eyes. And if you're curious about those products, that one was from Rim Beauty, and the color is BRB, and I really like it. It's nice, it doesn't crease, it's beautiful. And then the tight lining I did was by Urban Decay, and it's their 24/7 waterline eye pencil crayon. So it's awesome, and I have really been happy with that. It doesn't transfer, it's really nice. So those are just some of my favorite things. So another essential product, I have fallen in love with multiple mascaras. Like, I really do have a lot that I enjoy and love, and I feel like are definitely worth a purchase. It doesn't mean I'm always going to go back for them, but they're really good. But the one mascara that I feel like has not let me down at all this far is the Rare Beauty. Now, I will tell you, you know this and I know this. You can order these brands online. Yes, yes, yes. So when I say this, do not come for me. But the Rare Beauty mascara, every time I go in store, the full one is sold out. If not, all of them are sold out. Like, that's crazy, right? So I'm like, is it just hard to stock, or does it actually sell that fast? Like, I'm not sure. But this is the mini, so this is a little one, and it has really gotten me through. It is really to the point where it is almost gone. Like, I probably might have a week left of using it, and I really got to get it. So I'm like, I think I just need to order it online and not worry about it, because I get to a point where I'm like, oh, let me go to the store today and pick it up. And then it's just not there. And I've done that every trip. And I'm like, dang, what is happening? So I'm going to get it online. I'm going to do that. But so this is a little one, so when you see that, that's not the full size. But I feel like this, again, is essential. I believe truly that she has done some great things with her brand. And I'm like, the mascara's hitting, you guys. There's many things from her that are like amazing from Rare Beauty. But the mascara is one that I'm just not going to bend on. And I think that no matter my look, if I'm doing full glam, soft, whatever, it's just a good mascara. So it doesn't clump on me. And it doesn't transfer at all. Like, I'm not even getting it like on my lids. You know how that can happen. You gotta wait for the dry down time to dry, which I'm sure it can do that, but because it's still wet when you apply it. But I don't have that problem with it getting on my eyelids. I just notice every time I use it, it glides on like butter. It makes every lash on my eye stand out. And it's just a beautiful, effortless, like, your lashes look good. And that's what I want. And again, I can do a full face of makeup and still feel really good about my lashes. So I feel like this for sure is something that, again, is a product. I think it might be like $20, $22 or something like that for the mascara, which is not bad, y'all. Like, I don't think any price of cosmetics that I've purchased is like outrageous. You know what I mean? I'm like, but when you really break it down, it's reasonable. It makes sense. And when it's really good, I don't mind putting my money there. You know what I mean? It's like when you find just something that works and you're like, but if it's good though, I mean, you know, there is times where stuff is overpriced and you're like, it's just overpriced. It is what it is. Like, you know, it's fine. I'm not gonna get it. But this is just reasonable. It's makeup. It's cosmetics. You can definitely find something else. It's not gonna kill you. But if you really do want, again, you clicked on this video to find out the essential things for your makeup bag, and this is it. And I really feel strongly about the mascara, and everything that I'm sharing with you I feel very strongly about. I'm like, it's that good. So but the mascara is great. I'm not going to do the bottom yet because I haven't concealed or done anything like that. So I do have a video coming out that is like the best concealers. I have been testing out lots of concealers recently, and it's crazy how you can think, how can concealer make that big of a difference? It is wild. So that's going to be a really good video. But today I'm going to put on some concealer. And I'm going to do the Laura Mercier concealer, which I think is wonderful. And so we're going to just pop this here. This is not necessarily one that I think is like essential, but it's good. And I really, really thoroughly enjoy it. But there are others. Okay? But we're gonna go ahead and just get this face together. I always do like a little, it looks like a hurricane happening down my face. I'm like, you know, when you would draw those or whatever, that's the tornado happening right there. We're gonna get this face together though. Now that that's on and blended, feels better. Concealer really does, it gives you like some contrast. Do you know what I mean? You got foundation, you got lighter concealer, you got some contour, all that type of things. It just gives you some dimension. And we need that. We need that for our face. We don't want to be like flat faced. Okay, so now my next favorite, y'all, these two products that I'm going to tell you about are just that good. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Again, I told y'all, Rare Beauty is doing many, many things right. And when I came across this product, I could not stop burping. When I came across this product, I was floored. I was like, wow, how can it be that good and that addictive? It is. So again, no matter what your look is, This one's it. So this one, again, Rare Beauty. Here's the packaging in the case. It's very chic and just really pretty. And maybe I'm a fan because I love blush pink. Is that it? Maybe I'm just like, it's so good because it's blush. No, it's not that. Trust me, the product is that good. I have the color in Happy Soul. I want to confirm. Yep, Happy Soul. And it just twists out. It is a cream. Now, this is not contour. This is a bronzer. It bronzes up your skin. It warms up your skin. So I'll give you the actual, what does it say on the product? It says bronzing stick. It has nothing about warm. This is a bronzing stick. So I will tell you though, I think that there needs to be more selections of coloring when you get up to the deeper tones of skin. It's got to be. So yeah, it's just not hitting. It's not hitting, okay? It's pulling too much red. We're not trying to do that. So what we're going to do now is we are going to use this, and I'm going to show you for sure the difference that this makes. You can see right here. Let's take a little screenshot. Boom. Little mugshot action. And now let's put this on and let's see the difference in just the warmth of my skin. So I put it right where I'm like higher, like the high points, right there, here and here. And I go a little deeper right there on the side, or like down, like fuller, you know what I mean? Right here, the jaw for sure, under the lip, down the nose. And if you're not doing a full face of makeup, this is still beautiful. Full face, not full face, whatever. It's beautiful. And it is so addictive, you guys. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, where's this product been? How have I not purchased it? Why did I not know about it? And sometimes you see things in the store and you don't actually know. You have to hear about it. And that's the beautiful thing about watching a video from me, right? It's like, oh, okay, I can see you putting it on. I can hear your experience of it. And that is why this year my focus is you. Like, I am so focused on just making great content for you. I mean, I don't think that's ever not been my focus, but I'm lasered in even more. And you know, I want you to feel so good about, I heard about a product, I learned about a product, I know how to use it, I saw a demonstration of it, and, you know, just hearing real life experiences. Now when I go to the store, I already feel like, yes, I want it. Now what color am I getting? And just feel that emotion, because that's how I feel when I go into the store. But I can be in a store and I can touch, feel, see an item, you know, and I can just fall in love with it right there, because I already know so much about like what I love with makeup and beauty, and what I'm searching for and looking for, and what I need to maybe elevate, you know, what I'm doing with my look. And so I just fall in love with it like that. But sometimes it's very overwhelming, and I get it. You know, you get in there and you don't know where in the heck to start. So even searching online, you know, it's a challenge. So you can see how, again, I'm using this blender, which I'm obsessed with it, right? It just blends really well. And it's so effortless. This product is very creamy, and it just goes in nice. And it's beautiful, guys. I love when a product just works, you know? When you put it on and you're like, dang, now that is everything. Look at the warmth. I haven't blended everything fully, but can we just see the difference? Let's take another mug shot. Big difference. Big difference. It makes me breathe, and I go, okay, maybe I'm cute today, you know? Like, it's just, it gives you a little vibe. That is for sure an essential. And I might be very biased when I talk about some of these products, because I've been using them for a minute. You know, it's not like I just got it yesterday and I'm like, it's so good. I'm really in love with them, you know? So next we're going to go in and we're just going to do a little contour, just a little deeper. I just want to chisel the cheeks a little bit more than they are. And I always forget to blend under my lip. Like, I forget that it's there. It makes my lip just look a little fuller. Do we even need that? My lip is already full. Girl, stop playing. We're going to do a little bit more on the nose. I'm very big on my nose, y'all. I don't know why, but I'm like, something's off. And I'm like, oh, it's my nose. I didn't contour it, you know? So, all right, we're just going to take this through. And when you are contouring, I just want to, like, note to self, for you to make this note, it's especially when you're doing this contour, you don't want to take it down further. You really want to stay chiseled in your area. So if a blender is too much for you because it blends too much, then use a brush. But I can squeeze my blender and focus on that area, and it doesn't get crazy, you know? So that's just my technique, what I feel comfortable with. So definitely, look at that. Girl, she got structure. So definitely just use, you know, whatever feels more comfortable with you. I think it's trial and error. I don't think you know until you do it. Not one technique works for all. So for sure you have to just test it out. Yay! I love that. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to tell you about is an amazing translucent powder that I have really, really fallen in love with. I don't talk about it as much as I probably should, but it is a wonderful powder, and I've not noticed cakiness or thickness. I like the packaging. It's really beautiful. And I have another one that I'm kind of going back and forth with, building a relationship with this powder. But I think I need to go back and get another case, and I'll explain that in 2 seconds. So let me get this powder for you. One that I love is the La Mercier powder right here, and it comes just like this. It's the translucent, period. That's just what it is. It has a little bit of like a creamy tone to it, so, but it is beautiful. The texture of it's beautiful. I mean, it is what it is. It's a great, great, great powder. So with or without makeup on, I like to set what I'm doing. So especially if I'm doing anything underneath my eyes, I like to set that to make sure it really holds in place. This, you guys, let me just tell you, I cry. Okay, I do cry. That might be shocking to you, but no, I cry, and I cry at a drop of a freaking hat, okay? Anything that has to do with like any emotions as a mom, as a wife, with my kids, I get very emotional. So I'm like, I could just be like tearing and just, I let tears just roll. I don't know about you, but this is a tip. I just let them roll. I don't even try to stop them. Let them roll, because nothing's getting through this powder. I swear to you, we could be going out. Nobody even knows I cried. No one. That's kind of dangerous. But this, it is locking it in. So I'm going to tell you another powder that I've loved. It's from Huda Beauty. So I will be honest with you. I was like, I don't really know if I want to get the full size yet. You know, I'm that way. Let me get the mini first. Let me test it out. So I got the littlest one because I wanted to test it out, but I hate the packaging of the little one. I don't like it. And I've really been like, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back. But I'm going to use it because I love the powder that much. So I am loving this pink powder from Huda Beauty. They're doing it, and they're doing it right. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the full size. They actually have this one in Cherry Blossom Cake. They have it in a matte form. They have it in a loose form. They have it in a mini. They have big. They had lots of options. I was kind of overwhelmed. I was like, which one should I get? But I was like, I'll just get the mini one. It's fine. And I did. And yeah, but I don't use the sponge in it. I open it up and I dump the powder out and do all the things. So, and this is actually what I use. I use this little bad boy. So good. So I'm going to go in now with this translucent from La Mercier, and I'm going to go just like so, and I'm going to set underneath my eyes, and I do take it up into the temple. So I just set just like so. Bake that bad boy, okay? I've been baking for a long time, my powder. And I actually do love it. It just seals it in. It locks it in, seals it in. And it's just a good technique to have. All right, and then we just take it right there into the inner corners. And then what I'm doing here is I dip in here, then I take it into the case, the top, and then I swirl it. I don't really use my hands to do that. And then I just cut it here just to kind of chisel that. Okay, she did that. Yeah, but this right here I feel like is definitely, if you're looking for a good powder, it's great. It's hitting all the things. All the things. It's nice. It doesn't settle. I've been asked multiple times. That's why I want to have a concealer video about like what's the best concealer, what do you use, what do you recommend. I actually do love the La Mercier. That is going to be on my list. So I do love it, and it doesn't settle, you know, and that's definitely a plus. So now I just take like a brush afterwards and just kind of blend that powder. And whatever's left in those areas, like I'm blending that throughout, you know, and that just kind of sets everything out. So that is awesome. So now we're gonna go ahead and just finish up the looks. I'm gonna do my mascara, a little smudging under the eyes. So I finished my eyes and I put on some lips, some blush, all the things. The lip is also, or the lip is the Kylie color from her collection. It is Pushke, I think is how you want to pronounce that. So it comes with the liner and the lipstick. It's just a cute, I love a little pink mauve anyways on my lips, and the cheek is actually from Benefit, and it's a bronzer blush duo. And the shade is Beach Vaco. I love it. It's just really, it's a cute little set. I love it a lot. So this is how I finish all of my looks. Actually, I have 2 more things. But this right here is the Fenty Beauty. It's the Warmth Bronzing powder in the color Shady Biz. Love this so much. This is actually a new one. My other one was hitting pan real bad, but I love this one like so much. They have a lot of colors, a lot of variation, but the Shady Biz really works for me. I actually, even when my grandma was in town, she ended up going and getting a new whole restock of some of her makeup, and she got one of these as well because she just wants to do concealer and just warmth, like bring some color into her skin, and it works beautiful. So no matter your age, you guys, like you can really use this. I feel like if it's a full face, light face, whatever, I swear to you, these essentials that I've highlighted today are everything. So we're going to go ahead and take this right here with a powder brush, and I just dust this like where I just need a little bit more shadow, you know. That's basically what I do. And so it just kind of, it just hits like, and I don't feel like you can do too much of this. Like that's what I've noticed when I've been using it, and I'm like, you really can't do too much, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you put it on, you're like, okay, you are brown today. It's not that. And it's just, it's warmth. It's saying what it is. So the power of how they've created this product is nice. And it just brings some life to your face. And that's how I finish my face, with that. That is like the last main thing. And then I go in with, this is it, I swear, this is the last thing I finish with, is from Charlotte Tilbury. This setting spray is life, y'all. So it's called Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It's just magical. It's almost gone. It's literally almost gone. And I actually have not bought another one of these. I was in the store the other day and it was in my bag, but I picked up something else to test out just so I could really give you full like disclaimer, you know what I mean? And I'm going to be doing that for you, and I'm testing it out right now. But today I'm going to use this for you. It is literally, it's again, it's an essential. It's a non-negotiable. It's worth your money. Is it going to last? Yes. Just like I talked to you about earlier with the setting powder from Laura Mercier, like there's no tear breaking through that powder. There is nothing breaking through this spray. It is locking it in, but it doesn't feel sticky or anything either. It just feels really light. Oh, I just sprayed my lip. Let me spray. Another great thing about this, it has perks, is that you're getting an even spray all over your face. It doesn't leave clumps. Do you know what I mean? And that's honestly my biggest, best review of this product. No clumps, and it's an even spray. And it really sets everything in. Like it is there. It is there. So I love that, y'all. I really hope that you love this essentials. I'm gonna go put some curls in my hair, finish this up for you so I can do a nice intro. But I really am so gung-ho for these items, and I hope that this helped you when you're out shopping for products either online or in store, that you can make a really good decision now knowing these are some of the main things that you want to have in your bag. And I just appreciate you being here. So make sure you do hit the subscribe button if you learned anything today or you just felt inspired today. My goal is to always inspire you with beauty. And if you felt that, hit subscribe so you don't miss any upload, long form or short form, here on my channel. And then on the app itself, when you go to the bottom and it has subscribe at the bottom, you can see all the channels that you're subscribed to and then kind of see the feed there so you don't miss anything. But I'm so grateful and thankful for you. And if you want to connect further, head to the description. My Shop My link will show the whole look. that I put on today. I'll unlink all the products. And then also my website, it houses all the things that I offer for you. So I love that you do put your coins to small businesses. That is so everything. So I love doing the same as well. Thank you for that. But anyways, yeah, hit subscribe and I look forward to seeing you in the next upload. All right, let's go curl my hair and get some footage for you, some B-roll footage. There's fuzz in front of the camera. Get away. All right, let's go grab that right now.